Welcome to GDG Dallas February 2023 meetup. It's going to be a great one. I'm one of your hosts, Luke. We also have Stacy here in the room, and we've got a couple more people that help us out from time to time. The Zoom for tonight is graciously being provided by Bottle Rocket. It allows us to broadcast, stream, have hundreds of people joining. So it's a great Zoom account, and so we really appreciate being able to use that.
Thank you, Bottle Rocket.
Yeah. Space is by Evolve, so all the physical people especially should be thankful to Evolve for hosting for us tonight, and we thank them. Tonight's food is actually sponsored by Developer Week. They have sponsored our group just a little bit, and it's enough to cover the pizza for tonight, so I appreciate it.
Free pizza, what?
Free pizza for people in the room. I'm sorry, we have no coupons to send people to order pizza yet, although at the end of the night we may have some giveaways for online, for our online people.
Online pizza?
Yes. We'll talk just briefly, our website, which really just redirects to our meetup site at the moment, gdgdallas.com. The official GDG Dallas site is this community.dev subdomain and area, GDG-Dallas over there. If you're found us on the meetup site, we link back to this site a lot. This is kind of the official site. We were talking about this earlier. This is probably a great place to go to make sure you're not missing anything, and we really appreciate your RSVPs over there, but right now they're still not required. We're still kind of co-running, co-operating both sites, including the other meetup site. That's meetup.com/GDG-Dallas. We have a Slack group. I'll let you guess what the subdomain is, .slack.com. We also have a YouTube channel, conveniently called GDG Dallas. Tonight's stream is currently live streaming there, but will be recorded and either uploaded, or we'll just kind of edit the live stream down a little bit. We have lots of great content there, including last month's meetup, which was really good. Also have all the socials, Twitter, Instagram, and even LinkedIn. I encourage you to, if you're on LinkedIn on a regular basis, feel free to go ahead and get connected with us there. I try to make sure that all of the events are also posted to the LinkedIn, and it makes it really easy to share with your network. So if you're, if you use LinkedIn, it can be great there, but feel free to link us, retweet us, reshare us, create a reel, create an Instagram or whatever. We're not on TikTok yet, maybe someday. It's about Gayathri, who currently works as a software engineer at Geeky Ants India in Bangalore. She is an enthusiastic coder interested in learning new things and exploring new places. She considers herself good at public speaking, but other people might call her great at public speaking and giving presentations. She's very passionate about building mobile applications, and she participates and organizes various open source community events. You can find her talks online through some searches, and we're very excited to have her here tonight. I will be moving some Zoom stuff around in the room on the screens here, but take it away, Gayathri.
Hi, everyone. Hi to all the online participants and on the room peoples. Luke, can you acknowledge is I am audible there?
Yes, we can hear you, and you can see this side.
Yeah, fine. It's great to meet people on the room also simultaneously. Hi.
How's it going?
Yeah, it's going great. How about you?
I just put a chip in my mouth.
Yeah. Actually, it is pros of being a in-person participant. Okay, I think it's time to share my screen.
Sorry. You can definitely see your screen. It's. Yeah, there you go.
Very pretty.
So, hi everyone, first of all, and thank you, Luke, for the detailed and descriptive keynote today. And today we have been diving into the topic which is not most beginner and not much advanced, but seems to be an intermediate concept. Like we all are familiar with those who are familiar with Flutter can able to get an idea of what is it is about handling keyboard events and actions on Flutter web. And you in our daily basis we are using web application in different ways, so every time we are habitual to using keyboard keys frequently. So handling it seems to be one of the main part of building a web application. So today I will give a small intro and quicks towards a in-depth view on what are the different actions and what are the main events going on beyond this. So before moving into our slide, let us give me a quick intro of myself. Myself, Gayathri Devi Srinivasan. I am working as a software engineer in Geekans India Private Limited, Bangalore. Basically, it is a community-driven company. Actually, happy to be part of it. We are actually building Glue Stack for now, and also running community meetups for Flutter through Flutter Wizards. We have our weekly and monthly meetups in on regular basis, and I'm also actively contributing to many open source communities beyond this, like Flutter India, Flutteristas communities, and some other open source communities. I'm a tech blogger. I have a regular articles on Hashnode in Gayathri Devi Srinivasan hashnode.dave.com, and I'm also a video creator. For now, I have my YouTube channel is on hold for now, but soon you will also get to have a look onto it in future. And I'm also a passionate tech speaker, interested towards sharing my knowledge in different topics. So let us dive into our today's presentation. So first of all, a small note to everyone. So those who have any queries in between these slides, have your questions hold with you. We can discuss up them with after our sessions during the queries time. And online participant can post your queries on chat box. I will be able to answer it on the queries part. So let's go. First of all, why do we actually need a web handle keyboard events on Flutter web? Let us have there are like 5 basic needs. Like, why do we actually need this thing? Your first thing, the user need to interact with application anyways, right? So instead of most of the people are comfortable with keyboards than mine. As a developer, we will be playing with shortcuts with every time we are using a laptop or a desktop, or whenever we are into a keyboard supported devices. So the user to interact with the application. Next thing is accessibility, and for efficient interaction and a quick response. Playing with shortcuts it seems to be efficient method of communicating with the system, right? And the consistency, for navigation, keyboard handling seems to be more friendly, user friendly. So for these 5 reasons, these are the most important 5 reasons why we need to handle our keyboard events on web apps. Next thing, this is actually the core beginning of our presentation. Here, first of all, we are beginning with how the key classes and methods which are going to handle our keyboard actions on Flutter web application. The first thing is raw keyboard class, and the second one is raw key down event and raw key up event. The methods are add listener and key press. We will get into the more detailed code demo after our theoretical presentation. First, we go through a walkthrough of this all the main elements to handle and to achieve our functionalities. First of all, we are going to have a look on raw keyboard class. Actually, it provides you access to raw keyboard events and state. Like it provides you access for like wrapping up your widget, which is to be like worked upon by keyboard action. So raw keyboard class is used to access raw keyboard events and states. It is also used to get current state of your keyboards. Next one is raw key event class. This event class has two main components. One, raw key down event and raw key up event, which are like raw key down is sent when a key is pressed, like entered, and raw key up event is sent when a key is released from an action. Next two main methods are add listener and is key pressed. Raw key down event and raw key up event. Every like all the important events on handling keyboards are like triggered by this add listener and is key pressed callback methods. Next to it, we will have a look on handling specific actions using keyboards. First thing is managing focus node and focus scope. Consider a situation you have a multiple widgets, for example, a multiple text fields on a screen. For as an instance, consider like you have a screen where you have a multiple text field, but at a time you need to focus on only one widget, not the whole thing. And on enter, you need to like perform an action, and on tab click, you need to perform some other action. So for this case, you need to have a focus for a particular widget. So in this case, we are going with managing focus node and focus scope. Focus node is usually used to represent node in a focus tree, like it is setting up a focus for a particular widget. Focus scope define a scope within which focus node should be focused at a time. Focus node is the will point out to the widget, and the focus scope will limit out where should be the focus should. Next is on submitted action. It is a callback function which is triggered on press of enter key. You can have on submitted callback function to the places wherever you need to have like enter key, like you have to trigger an action on clicking up your enter key. So here I have a code snippet which demo the purpose of on submitted. Next to it is next focus. It is used to specify next node that should receive focus. For example, on completing the first name, filling up the first name, the widget should automatically get focused to the next widget, that is last name form field. So for in this case, you will be using next focus action. It is used to specify next node that should receive focus when the user presses the tab key. Focus node. This is the simple code snippet which demos as the purpose of next focus. Here we have a like focus node and we have declared our variable and we are calling up the focus node class. Then we are passing it to our text fields. Handling keyboard events. First is on key up. On key up refers to actions whichever triggered with the arrow up functions and the on and also the scroll up functionalities. On key down, even similar to on key up, it refers to scroll down and also the key release functionalities. And on key press is refers to the key action which is to be performed on clicking of a particular key in our keyboard. Handling special keys. Let us have a look on this through our code demo. So here I have a 4 demo files in which I will demo up you the code examples on. I will go get you to the walkthrough of code examples where I have used all these classes and events. First, we are going with raw keyboard event. Here I have like created a focus node initially. Then I have like my focus node add listener function to listen my key events. So here I'm handling my key events through a function handle key event. If my event tends to focus on draw key down event, that is it determines which logical key is pressed by the user. Like if you are not like directly inputting the value of the key whichever you are using, you can go with the option of raw key down event, which listens to the keyboard and identifies which key the user is actually trying to like use. So here I have a function raw key down and this is my text field function where the focus node is passed. So from here I can able to get through add listener, I can able to get the user is trying to use which keyboard actions. So this will demo up the purpose of raw keyboard class and raw key event for you. Next, we will have a look on for the code demo for focus node and focus scope. Here I have a multiple text field where on completing one text field, my focus should be like getting transferred to another widget. So here I have a 2 text forms and 2 text fields. So I have a 2 focus nodes here. And in the dispose function, I have declared both of the controllers for the focus node. Then I am jumping into my widget build where I have an app bar, focus node and focus scope demo title. Then here on the text field, I am passing my focus node function and to note here I have a on submitted function which will trigger an action which is to be performed once after completing the action on particular widget. Next one is keyboard event handler. So this will give you the demo for handling different special functions like you here actually I'm returning a raw keyboard listener. Here I have a focus node and an on key functionality through which I can able to access all the keyboard keys and pass particular function which is need to be triggered on like clicking up the particular key on the keyboard. For example, on clicking up the enter key, the user want the animation to like double. So here I will be calling as key dot enter. So and here in the middle, I will pass the function which I need to be performed. So the basic steps for implementation are whenever you need to have a keyboard, you want to give an action for your keyboard functionality, you should have a raw keyboard listener class embedded to like wrapped to your widget. Then you need to have a focus node, and then you have to declare all your key functionality through on key callback functions. And for in this on some cases you may need only wrap your widgets for only some keyboard functionality. On that like on that side you can go with like focus node, and the which like the previous demos where I have used only where I have not called raw keyboard class for the whole widget or whole screen, but for a particular widget. So based on the usage, you can go with raw keyboard event class or raw keyboard event, or you can go with just using the listeners. So the final code demo revolves around listening to a keyboard function where you are listening to all the physical keyboard actions like arrow key left, arrow key right, and the perform action you need to be performed on clicking up the tab and enter functionalities. This will give an idea of for example, consider a Google Chrome Dino game where on clicking up the tab key, you need the dino to jump twice or jump thrice based on the user action. So here I will have my function for jump dino. So whenever the user clicks up the tab key, I have this function triggered and the action will getting replaced in our web app. So like further learning, you can like follow up with the Flutter official docs and Flutter official GitHub repo samples for like detailed explanations on if you want to create any custom keyboard listeners or methods, you can go with the advanced sample which is available on our GitHub's official repo for Flutter. So I will also give a hint for Randall talks coming up from for the next month. Here we have our Flutter forward ended up last week, and we have our latest Flutter version, Flutter 3.7 and dot 2.19 got launched yet. And here are the important updates from that. We have our enhanced material 3 support now, and we have adaptive layout support. We have new menu bars and cascading menus. We have the impeller preview for enhanced animation experience and iOS release validations. So let's have the queries part now.
Any questions related to anything that she showed, or any clarifications, anything to maybe go back to?
I will see the demos on a simulator or something, how it works.
Yeah, is it possible for you to show kind of a live demo of how some of that code runs?
Yeah, sure. I will have a
Maybe while you're letting that run, there was a question in the chat asking, is there a case where you use or prefer raw keyboard listener versus a regular listener? Oh, it looks like it's starting up.
Okay. So here is my demo of like managing focus node. So on clicking up this text field, I have getting focus to the widget. And as we are running the web application, we couldn't able to like actually demo up how the keyboard actions are getting triggered, right? So on clicking up the tab key, the focus node is getting focused here based on the focus scope, and on clicking up enter, my focus will get last from here. So this is the actual functionality.
And so it's clicking
Oh.
the submit button.
uh can I hear it one more time?
So when you hit enter, does that click the submit button?
Yeah, once the user tends to enter, click up the enter functionality, the focus get transferred to the further widgets, like beyond the focus scope. That is the next focus widget. Hope this answered your question.
Yes, no, the different demo we want to see.
Like, is any of this code cross-platform towards like the especially thinking about this in terms of being able to run this in like the cross-platform mobile side for keyboard entry? You know, especially like as this is a real thing that like you use the same entry styles for any of the USB devices. So like, because it's all handled as keyboard events, like does this code like kind of work for doing the same thing in say an Android app, or well, it's harder to do on the iOS side, but would you be able to like reuse some of this keyboard entry code for like gamepads and stuff like that on Android?
Yeah, I can able to get you a query now. Here for we have like limited our scope for only web application. So when we need a keyboard specific functionality on Android or iOS, we may need to write a native code for it, because we need to actually access listen to the keyboard actions or events for the mobile devices from native side. We actually need to get the native actions. So we will be going with native functionalities there.
You know if that's something that they're working on for future versions to add in more of that support across all types of devices.
So shall I like dive into the chat box queries, or is there any open queries from the room?
No, I think if you want to look at what's in the chat, that's fine.
Yeah. So is that a case when you would use or prefer raw keyboard listener versus regular listener to events? Specifically, like if you need to have, like once you need to listen to the keyboard functionality itself, you need to go with having a raw keyboard listener. Because then only you can actually have the option to listen to your key actions, so that only we are going with raw keyboard listener. And there is not much difference between a regular listener and raw keyboard listener. Raw keyboard listener is limited for only the keyboard functionalities, and regular listeners are beyond, like it can able to listen to all the events or functions taking place. Andrew, thank you for the question. Is your query answered?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So next question, is there any way to know in the event listener how long a key is pressed? So you can have different actions for short and long key press, or a different actions after a threshold. Yeah, you actually, this is the case which I have explained in the last part. So you consider a situation of using a Chrome Dino game. So once you tends to click a key press for long time, you can set up listen to the time event on how long the key is pressed. Then you can pass up the action whatever you need to trigger. If the key is pressed beyond this limit, the action to be this. And if the key is tends to clicked for some more time, the action to be doubled. So by this way you can handle up the functionality based on the threshold of the key actions. Thank you for the query.
Any other questions from anyone in the room or anyone on the Zoom? Okay, well, maybe we'll, if anybody thinks of anything in the next minute or so, we'll definitely. Oh, yes, what, we had a question, what time is it there? Because. Hello?
Gayathri, what time is it?
It's actually your 7 a.m.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
7 a.m. on Friday?
Yeah, Friday.
Yeah, so so she had to get up early to get here, yeah, on a Friday so that you could present here. So yeah, I don't know if I could give quite as good of a presentation as started, and it's 7 a.m. now. So it was 6 a.m. When she started, or when she got on. So we really do appreciate you being on this call. This is definitely really good insight into how the keyboard handling works in Flutter, especially for web. It's been very helpful to just kind of learn a little bit more about how these systems work. Is there any, do you have another slide or anything with more like contact information about you if people want to get a hold of you or see other presentations that you've given? I think may have been one of your first slides, but I'd like to kind of go back to that just to let people see it again. Or maybe your last slide. I see. Yeah. Ah, there you go.
So is my screen is visible?
Yes, we can see that.
Yeah, everyone, you can anytime you can ping me for any Flutter related stuffs or technical thing on my Twitter handle. And also I will be much active on both Twitter and LinkedIn. So you can ping me on that. And also a special note to all the organizers of GDG Dallas. I think it's been so long after you have met in person, and I'm last time I have missed out the opportunity to connect with and network with you all during the session which we have shared planned on December. And but this time I hope it have got covered. And I'm really happy to be part of your meetup today, and also excited to be looking forward for all the events, upcoming events, and all the best for the developer week. And Randall, all the best for your future event, coming upcoming event on Flutter Forward up the up thing.
Yes, thank you. It's great. I turned the camera back towards everybody so everybody could wave goodbye. But so let's all wave goodbye as we kind of end the official live stream of the event tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye. Have a great day. Night. Have a great night, actually.
You have a great Friday there. And if you want to stick around, we'll stick around and chat just a little bit more.
Yeah,
For
sure.
sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, now I need to stop. Oh, where's that?